Hey, you solving the problems of the world?
The riddle of the schedule has been in perpetual chaos since Dr. Wexler took time off to go to San Francisco.
So I guess it's not the best time to mention my annual pilgrimage to the mystical and exotic Bali, huh?
Well, if you can manage it in the 8 minutes before rounds, be my guest.
Well, it never hurts to ask. Here.
What's this?
Homework. It's my reactions to the transcripts from the meeting between the hospital and Cooper's lawyers. My scrawl was getting illegible, so I typed it.
How did you find time?
What, there's only one overachiever allowed per hospital? I'll read yours later. Don't want to be late. Hey, man. How'd it go?
Oh, I had the ER all night and the OR all day. It's a piece of cake.
Great. Sounds like it. I'll see you later.
All right, well, I'm here. What do you want?
You got a phone call from the airlines. Your flight to New York's been delayed.
Yeah, like I need this. Till when?
Jake, you were gonna leave without telling me?
Yeah. I know how much that must hurt you. Because you're so into full disclosure.
I am now. Rex will do something terrible if you leave.
Yeah, well, I'll take my chances.
Please don't go.
He's already threatened to have my parents deported. Yeah, and now no one's answered the phone at their house and I can't get a hold of them at work. What would you suggest I do, huh? Give me the number of the airline.
You can't leave without...
What? Asking Uncle Rex's permission? That's not gonna happen.
I don't want you hurt. You know how he operates.
Like a malignant growth. It's time he was eradicated.
Jake.
Save it. Okay, I'm leaving.
Actually, I just thought that now that negotiations are underway for Jack's Cosmetics in Europe, thanks to your advanced work and to that NATO thingy, of course.
Well, God bless capitalism.
I just thought that perhaps it was time for us to move on to the next level.
And what does your keen business sense tell you?
Well, increased exposure and name recognition for Jack's Cosmetics also opens us up to increased liability.
Sensible. As is, I'm sure, the steps you've taken to protect your assets.
Well, let's say it's not steps exactly. It's more whom.
Lucy?
And there he is now, Scott. You know, of course, Scott Baldwin, my lawyer.
I'll be representing Lucy in all legal matters concerning Jack's Cosmetics overseas.
So contract law is your métier.
Well, I'm also familiar with the cosmetics business.
Yes, he is. You see, he was right beside me when I first ventured into corporate America. Deception?
I've heard of it. Perfume.
Ah, yes. Well, good. And I thought it's only fitting that he should be right alongside of me when Jack's Cosmetics brings that dewy rose and that kiss of lilac to Europe. And what do you think?
Sold. Of course, you are preaching to the converted. I'm well aware of Mr. Baldwin's career in jurisprudence. Your reputation precedes you, sir.
Is that so?
Yes, yes. What is the word? Formidable. That's it. Formidable. I look forward to the experience.
Well, that's good.
You see, it was your ingenuity that first drew me to your company. But now, with Scott on board, I feel like this little adventure of ours into foreign waters will be smooth sailing. Well, that rather sounded like a toast, didn't it?
Oh, well, yes, it did. Here then, to Jack's Cosmetics.
Yes, and also to you.
My goodness, why?
Well, for taking sweet Danielle under your wing, giving her a job. I was hoping I'd run into her here.
Actually, you know, I gave her the day off. I just thought it was best for the three of us to have a chance to meet privately.
I never imagined I'd find someone who more interested in business than I. Well, then, what do you say? Shall we begin the beguine? Item number 1.
I'd like to start with the records.
What do you need?
I need all documents pertaining to Jack's Cosmetics while you're overseas. That shouldn't be a problem now, should it?
You can't fool Rex. He'll know if you're gone.
Look, I don't give a damn. Look, I gotta find my parents. I gotta make sure that they're okay.
Just try to call them again. I mean, if you show up there unexpectedly, You're gonna upset them even more.
Look, I can't wait any longer.
Then wait till tonight. We'll find some other way.
Damn it. There is no other way, all right? Will you stop this?
I tried to leave, and he will never let me stop paying for that.
Well, I figured the way he's leaning on me, I got something he wants. There is no game unless I play, so I'm out.
You can't. He won't let you.
Whose side are you on?
Stop it.
No, I'm curious. All this concern for me? That gets Rex what he wants, doesn't it? Doesn't it?
Jake, I'm only thinking of you.
Yeah, because you're scared of what's going to happen to you when I leave.
I stopped caring about what happens to me when I saw the look on your face when Rex told you everything. Look, I am afraid for you and your parents.
Look, I can't just sit here and do nothing. First, I gotta go take care of my parents. Then when I get back, I'm gonna find a way to take care of Rex.
I know this will be difficult, but you and I need to tackle the next phase of your treatment together.
Next phase?
Adjusting your medications to control the chemical imbalance, that's only a part of it.
I'm still not well.
But you have made such tremendous improvement. I mean, just sitting here talking to you is more than You're halfway there already.
It may not continue.
It will. But we have a ways to go. Victor, not all of your problems may be chemical. So we can't rule anything out. It could be genetic. It may be metabolic.
Metabolic, I'm sure.
Or emotional. Things happen, Victor. Our family was not a good family. Now, we have to address the past together. And we can do that in a formal setting.
Formal?
Yes.
Psychotherapy?
But we're the only two that are left. We have to do this, and we have to do it together.
Psychotherapy? It's rubbish.
Well, we have to explore every avenue available to us.
It's crap!
No! That's crap! I'm sorry. Maybe you've had enough of the outside world for one day. Why don't we go back to your room? We'll take smaller steps from now on.
That's a sound assessment.
Hey, Dr. Collins, I'm sorry. I didn't even see you there.
It's all right. No damage done. Victor, this is Dr. Marshak.
Mr. Collins, it's great to see you up.
He figured since he was making such good progress, I thought he could use a little exercise.
I'm glad to hear that. And I'd really like to discuss the case with you sometime.
I'll fill you in when you have time.
Okay. Thank you. Give me the work. Dr. Burgess?
I thought you had signed out.
About that time that I requested off.
Weeks ago? You changed your plans.
There's an emergency and I need to go see my parents now.
Now? That's not possible.
I covered for Karen Wexler when she asked for time off.
Even with everyone pulling their load, the schedule as tight as it is.
Yeah, but you gave me the time.
A month ago, yes. Unless the next words out of your mouth are an apology or an excuse of your behavior, it might behoove you to close it. Something has changed with you, Jake. You were rock solid. And now you've been late. Your concentration is off and your mind is often elsewhere.
Look, I'll be rock solid again. I just need this time.
It is not in your best interest to leave right now. Mark Boardman is a tough man, and he will be all over you for this. I trust you realize that.
Yes, I do.
Has there been a death in the family?
No.
Can you tell me about it?
No, I can't. Look, I appreciate your concern and your observations about my career. But this is a real emergency, and I am the only one that can help. Please.
When do you have to leave?
I told you now.
Your first day in the OR is today.
Look, I'll make it up. I'll cover for whoever needs it whenever you need me. Do you think that I want to miss my first day in the OR? I mean, do you really think I'd be asking you for this if I didn't absolutely need it?
All right, I will try to work something out. But I have to advise you, anything that interferes with your work at General Hospital could cost you your career. Now, I trust and hope that you consider that.
I already have.
Well, now, Scott, I'm sure that Rex's papers are all in order. You see, I just find trust in my business relations so very important.
And I'm sure Rex realizes that in the event that these concerns have future dealings with Jack's Cosmetics...
In the event? Well, Scott, poo-poo on that. No, we're talking about when our European friends sign.
Well, we just need to know what was promised or what was inferred as promises. You understand, don't you, Rex?
Why don't you tell me exactly what it is you require?
Details. When and where you met, who your meetings were with, the usual, you know, for everybody's protection.
Always thinking. Agreed.
Oh, so that's no problem.
You see, I've also prepared for all eventualities.
Well, I would have been on board sooner, but I've been dealing with another matter.
Oh, your daughter. Yes, of course, this is a horrible ordeal.
One that she's never, ever going to go through again.
And it's so fortunate that you were able to spend some time with her. I always say that our children are our most important investments.
You do you?
Yes. And fortunately for us, you are now free to practice law again. Oh, I don't know. Maybe it's meeting in such a charming setting or the fact that we're almost family, but I feel as though you've welcomed me into your lives. This is going to be a profitable collaboration.
Well, look at us all now. The first day, and we all agree.
Tell you what, why don't I call you when I have all my paperwork in order?
Well, no. Actually, you don't even have to do that. You could just run the papers all by my office. You know, it's in the Port Charles Hotel. You are staying there, right?
Well, no, actually, not any longer.
Oh, dear me. Was there a problem?
No problem at all. There you go. Hi, Scott.
Oh, so you're renting a house.
Purchased. In today's market, it just made more sense. It's such a hospitable town. See, I'm here for good.
For good?
Yes.
Oh, good. Goody. Good. That's wonderful. Well, listen, feel free to call on me anytime. Don't hesitate. Anything.
You can count on it. You see, it's feeling more like home every minute. And Scott, Lucy and I are very fortunate to have a person of your caliber watching out for our interests.
Well, tell you something. Scott is the best. Nothing gets past him. Nothing.
One can't be too careful in business these days. Sometimes I think I'm the last honest man on earth.
Need to talk to you about something?
Not time off, I hope.
No. It's about the OR. It's my first day.
Go to Boardman.
You know, I really love it when people answer the question before they hear it.
And I really love having an intern who sees his function on this earth as analyzing and improving my character.
I need your advice. You know, your help.
What?
I've done a lot of research on how I can function in surgery, function effectively.
And?
Well, should I go to Boardman ahead of time and tell him about it? Or should I wait for him to ask me about it?
Well, you could wait a long time.
Oh. All right, well, then I'll go to him.
No, listen, he is a very prickly person.
Oh.
So I might wait till you've started, gotten the lay of the land, and then bring it up.
All right, thanks.
Dr. Harmon, don't expect a lot of warmth.
Oh, you mean he won't coddle me like you do?
That's exactly what I mean.
I gotcha. Have you looked over my notes from those transcripts yet?
Yeah, I have. I'll give them to Scott Baldwin when I see him.
Great.
You know, I wish I shared your enthusiasm. The transcripts of those meetings weren't as revealing as I'd hoped.
Well, at least we know now what we don't have. Access to Cooper's records and the contents of his hospital room, post-seizure, right?
They've been sealed.
You know, there is a Hindu god, Ganesha, whom they call the remover of obstacles. Why don't we just call Baldwin?